he breaks hard because he breaks ribs and he breaks noses and he puts a lot of pain on people. Lomachenko breaks.
It was March 9th, 2019 in Verona, New York. Dmitry Bivol was stepping in for his fifth WBA title defense, facing American Joe Smith Jr. inside the Turning Stone Casino arena. Smith came in with a record of 24 wins and 2 losses, with 20 knockouts. He wasn't a technical boxer, but he didn't need to be. If he landed clean, you were going to sleep. But against Bivol's brilliant chessboard boxing, Smith's style looked more like an axe at a grandmaster's table. Still, that night in Verona, Joe Smith Jr. gave Bivol's fans plenty to worry about.
Stages here, Bivol looking very stern. Generally, he feels his
From the opening bell, Smith came forward with brute strength, trying to bulldoze through Bivol's defense. But Dmitry stayed composed, dancing out of danger matador style, making him miss and pay.
Very calm in there, mix and vary the speed and the power of shots.
It's a good lead left hand. Smith had those gloves up. Well, that's the problem that he's got at the moment. He's a tough guy, Joe Smith. He does like to bring it.
His feet, bang with his eyes, pouring, little feints.
Certainly gave him a lot of it.
In Chicago, where he would have had huge Polish support. And he'll be, he's well aware of, and he certainly started the better here. Thinking about what Bivol said during the week that he could make super middleweight.
The work, I would say, in this opening round so far has come from Bivol.
More so than being hurt by anything. I mean, he's a pretty tough guy.
He may have got a little piece of his man there. He certainly feels that there's cause for him to get...
What's happening with Joe Smith is he can't really get set.
He just moves in behind the guard, and Bivol looks to try and pick him off on his way in the henchman.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be
standing in range or right on
Bivol, but Bivol, good opening round from him.
These two made it very, very comfortably indeed. Later stage.
Good chin, takes a great shot. I just think that I wasn't sure if it landed or not.
Jab, and he does step in to that lead left hook as he tried to there.
Yeah, well, I think that Smith's going to come out and look. Trying to measure him with the jab. He's going to have to do this the hard way.
Two and square there, Smith, and then just let go with the left that far away. You don't really get a moment's peace, or you certainly don't ever feel like they can tip and tap a little bit at times, but then they really put some meat on the bone.
Joe Smith is so kind of preoccupied with his own defences that it's pulling out of range, and then Smith kind of getting caught in no man's land.
Hold of it. Nice straight long circle around each other. Centre ring, moving straight in behind the right hand there, Smith. Almost like he felt.
But Bivol, technically the better fighter, the better feet. Looking at the two fighters here, and it's almost like you acclimatised to the power. When you get hit with a nice solid left hook counter, then lovely 1-2 down the middle. Really thinking about attack, he's thinking about defence, and then when he does,
because he is within range to be hit, but actually catching him is a different matter. He's just looked to try and increase the tempo.
Well, obviously talking during the week that he could go down to super middle.
Trying to get busy with the jab there.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, Bivol.
I wonder if it's been enough for him to win the round with Bivol. 20 or so seconds ago, Smith just trying to jab his way in, got caught on the inside.
Then came round 4, the first real scare. Smith clipped Bivol with a heavy right hand that rocked him. The crowd held its breath. Was the unbeaten champ finally cracked?
Doesn't want to be too reckless, too gung-ho with it at the moment. Big overhand right there, didn't quite land, but he just steps in.
But Bivol weathered the storm. He stayed upright, kept moving, and shut down any chance of follow-up. That moment told everyone Bivol wasn't just skilled, he had heart.
Smith luring him in, making him miss, but Bivol certainly looked like he wanted to grab hold of Smith momentarily. Little feint, you're under a lot of pressure. Walks on him, good accuracy, doesn't waste anything. Solid shots, great that he's been hurt with anything.
Bivol just climbed
a few low blows, put their heads in there, elbows if you have to, whatever he has to do, whatever he has to do to win.
The tension didn't let up. Smith kept pressing, hoping for one clean shot that could flip the fight.
Success. Lovely right hand there from Bivol. Schooled. Jumping in with the lead left hook there.
Just been hit hard.
The most important thing when you get hit hard, hurt, buzzed.
To wait and see. I don't think that's going to emerge during the course of the fight. And I'm extravagant with it in recent rounds than he was towards the start of the fight when he really did throw it hard. With a 10-rounder and had another one tonight.
These are solid shots.
But these are punishing shots. Goes down to the body load, and the Russian is looking to pour it on here. Smith trying to answer back with the left hand. Smith just walking after his hands a bit there, but shot doesn't really realise the full extent of it, but I think Bivol there did.
Doesn't want to back up in straight lines though.
Could be a slight problem, but he's not showing any signs of it at the start of the...
Over the top. Got very side on here. Defence behind it.
WBA champion. Smith had a different chance there to get out of the corner, but he didn't quite manage to take it. He has now. With the left hand.
And a lovely walk him onto a right hand as well. Chopped the
Bivol trying to time that jab.
That's it, Andy. You cannot afford to get caught in that no man's land. That's what they're trying to do. That he landed a solid shot and that it hurt Joe Smith. But Joe Smith,
much more success with that kind of tactic than he was having in the opening 3 rounds. Okay, it's not perfect as a New York State fighter from Long Island. It's where really he didn't have an answer to Bivol.
Only really come back into the fight. Nice left hook there from Bivol though.
Smith again backs up himself, tries to get that guard in place.
Yeah, double jabbed his way out of the corner.
Looking for that big overhand.
No man's land. Winner technical warfare. It is here, and it's a horrible injury. Happened to me a couple of times, and it totally
front and back foot. That's what gives him such good mobility. Probably the thinking.
Yeah, without he's got a rock him looking to feint, or he's looking to change the distance. Though I think his head has cleared now. There were solid shots from Bivol, but he took them well. You know, get into a bit of a clinch. You don't want to, if you do come
it too long. Just straight left with the glove up. Able to protect himself.
Yeah, very difficult injury to cope with. It just really affects everything. Big left
hand
there for Bivol.
Dropped it like he might be about to fold a touch there.
He's got to use his size. He's the bigger man. He's got to make this a physical fight. I know he's not.
And he almost found it again in round 10, right at the bell. He landed a crushing right hook to the temple.
Well, but yeah, he's a technician, Bivol. You know, he does
ringside, just trying to tuck up behind that shoulder there, Smith. Both of them just fencing with jabs.
Joe Smith, tough guy though. Joe Smith recovers very quickly. Bigger man, I'm a more physical man. I can lean on you, I can pull down, I can try.
Because he looked like he was on the way down, but what it did do was tie Bivol up. But there's a minute.
He breaks hard because he breaks ribs and he breaks noses and he puts a lot of pain on people. Lomachenko breaks ribs.
Bivol was visibly stunned. Sensing the shift, Smith pushed hard in the championship rounds. But Bivol didn't fold. He adjusted, dug deep, and fought smart.
To land one.
Very much in first gear. Lovely jabs there. Head and body then hooking up the jab.
Just needs to get through.
Yeah, I think so.
Trying to block your opponent's view. I don't really see the problem. Unless Joe Smith can produce something incredible in the last few seconds, will be long amateur career, 268 wins, 15 defeats. The #1 spot though, as a senior all the time.
Absolutely, Andy. Tough guys like Joe Smith. Him a little bit. That's nice right hand, left hook.
I think landed completely solid, just to think he would be. Smith physically would be bigger, definitely.
I think so. I think Anderson again tonight. I think it's a fight that both with Matchroom.
This is something that referees can take varying views on, a bit like pulling a glove down. So there's no great shame in that clubbing left-handing blow.
Nice stiff jab from Smith though. Shook Bivol, who I think in hindsight, I think he was glad that was on the bell. Like heavyweight, huge for the weight. That's good work from. Yeah, nice 1-2 down the middle from him. You know, Callum's 33 years old. Lovely right hand, left hook there from Bivol. Good right hand on the
circumstances. They didn't engineer them but at no point has he really looked to... So just under 90 seconds to go, and Bivol is all but there.
You know, Bivol is by far the superior fighter, really technically much better. Yeah, I think a lot of guys like to leave the left hand out there. It does block the vision of the fighter coming forward.
It wouldn't exactly be difficult to make either.
He mixes it up so well, he never becomes predictable.
Yeah, Kovalev with a WBO. Gvozdyk cheap, hurting with that left hand. They just doubled Smith over, and cautions available to the referee. It's not the case, so
he probably could do super middleweight. He looks quite a bit smaller than Joe Smith.
Looking for that left hand there.
It's alarming, and it's surprising how many times you just land that straight away. Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see all those guys mix it up to see who is the best. Leaning in as if he's going to throw a shot. Two good left hooks going in their head, then switching into the body. Yeah, Joe Smith is one of those guys. He is a tough.
Well, I was just musing on that myself, and nice combination from Bivol.
Coming forward.
Interesting there, Bivol just stuck out the left hand on his
very well balanced, very technically well scored. There's a bit of a WWE move going. Watch his feet when he pulls out of range. Straight away, he's looking to get back in.
A good round for Smith so far.
It's been a good round.
Brought good energy, good to really pour it on, and shots getting through there. And
in the end, the judges gave a unanimous decision win to Dmitry Bivol, his 5th successful title defense. But this night wasn't just another win. It was the night Bivol proved he's more than precision and footwork. He showed he could survive fire and come out still standing.
We go to the scorecards, and before we do, Dmitry Bivol.